shocking truth. Many sleepless nights after 60 aren't in your head. They're in your minerals. If you lie awake at midnight, wake again at 3 a.m., fight leg cramps or a jumpy heartbeat, you're not broken. You may be low on magnesium. Magnesium isn't a knockout pill. It's the foundation that helps your natural sleep switch work. Steadying heart rhythm, relaxing tight muscles, calming nerves, and quieting nighttime brain chatter. Why does it dip with age? Long-term stress, water pills, skimpy greens, skipped meals, and chaotic bedtimes quietly drain your reserve. Here's the hopeful part. Tonight's fix can start in the kitchen. Build a gentle, magnesium-friendly evening plate. Think sweet potato with avocado, a small banana, a sprinkle of sesame, or a glass of plain coconut water. Pick two you enjoy about 60-90 minutes before bed. Ask yourself, if sleep is a skill, what tiny practice will you repeat tonight? Pair it with simple cues. Dim the lights, breathe slowly, and do a few easy stretches. Keep caffeine earlier in the day, and if you use diuretics or have kidney issues, check with your clinician first. You don't need more willpower, just smarter signals. Start small tonight. One food, one habit, one calmer night. Before you go, where are you watching from and what time is it right now? Tell me in the comments. Before we dive in, remember, we're not trying to knock you out with pills. We're teaching your body to sleep with gentle signals from dinner. Up next are 5 magnesium-rich foods that are familiar, affordable, and easy on the stomach, especially for adults over 60. For each one, I'll share why it helps, the simplest way to eat it about 60-90 minutes before bed, and smart pairings to prevent nighttime dips in blood sugar or leg cramps. You don't need all 5. Just choose 2-3 you enjoy and repeat for a few nights, noting how you feel in the morning. If you take diuretics or have kidney issues, check with your clinician first. Ready? Let's begin. 1 small teaspoon of black sesame hides a quiet superpower. Over 30 mg of magnesium. Magnesium won't knock you out, but it helps your natural sleep switch, relaxing tight muscles, calming sensitive nerves, and steadying heart rhythm. The healthy fats in sesame slow digestion, which can keep blood sugar steadier overnight and reduce those 2-3 a.m. wake-ups from cramps or hunger. Mrs. Meera Patel, 69, kept jolting awake with calf cramps. Her dinners were light, and she often skipped fruit. We built a 10-minute pre-bed ritual, a mug of warm, unsweetened milk stirred with 1 teaspoon toasted black sesame and half a banana. She dimmed the lights, did 2 gentle stretches, and repeated this most nights. After the first week, the shocks eased. By weeks 6-8, Meera noticed longer stretches of deep, quiet sleep and calmer legs. Simple ways to use it: 60-90 minutes before bed. Lightly toast seeds, 3 for 5 minutes on low heat until fragrant. Let cool. Sprinkle 1-2 teaspoons over warm rice, khichdi, congee, or oatmeal. Stir 1 teaspoon into warm milk or almond milk for a soothing black sesame latte. Mix into multi-grain cereal or a small low-sugar snack. If chewing is difficult, grind seeds to a fine powder first. Combine black sesame with a sweet potato or a small banana to add gentle, slow-release carbs. Useful if nighttime dips in blood sugar tend to wake you. A pinch of cinnamon adds warmth without extra sugar. Diets higher in plant-based magnesium, sesame included, in adults over 60, are linked with fewer nighttime awakenings and about 30 extra minutes of deep sleep after roughly 8 weeks of consistent habits. Results vary, but the pattern is encouraging, and it comes from everyday foods, not harsh sleep aids. Safety and tips. Start with 1 teaspoon per day. Sesame is nutrient-dense. Choose unsweetened options if managing blood sugar. If you have a sesame allergy, kidney issues, GERD, avoid eating right at bedtime, or take diuretics. Talk with your clinician before regular use. A teaspoon may be tiny, but the signal it sends, "You're safe, you can let go," is mighty. Try it tonight. Note how you feel in the morning, and let that small win guide your next calm evening. Before we move on, a gentle reminder. Deep sleep isn't forced, it's invited. The body reads tiny signals at night: light, breath, movement, and yes, what you sip. When those signals say safe and steady, drowsiness can glide into real sleep. With that in mind, let's talk about a simple, soothing ally: coconut water. Coconut water. Calm hydration for a calmer night. Why it helps. Many of us over 60 drift toward bed a little dehydrated, especially if we've had tea, coffee, or a diuretic earlier. Even mild dehydration can make the heart beat a touch faster and the muscles feel tense. You feel sleepy, but your body's rest signals don't quite line up, so drowsiness stalls before it becomes sleep. A small serving of plain, unsweetened coconut water restores gentle hydration and key electrolytes, smoothing that transition from tired to asleep. The strengths inside the sip. Coconut water naturally contains magnesium and potassium, a duo that helps balance electrolytes, relax muscles, and calm the nervous system. That's why many people find fewer leg cramps and a quieter, steadier feeling at bedtime. Think of it as oiling a squeaky hinge. Not dramatic, just quietly effective. Mr. John Miller, 72, a retired band teacher, kept waking near 2 a.m. with fluttery heartbeats and tight calves. His days were busy, and he often cut back on fluids after dinner to avoid bathroom trips. He also took a low-dose thiazide diuretic for blood pressure. With his clinicians okay, John tested a small ritual for 2 weeks, about 180 milliliters, 3/4 cup of plain coconut water 1 hour before bed, a light stretch for calves and ankles, and dim lights after 9 p.m. He also moved his last big glass of water to late afternoon to limit nighttime bathroom runs. By the end of week 1, those jittery wake-ups were rarer. By week 2, he noticed he fell asleep faster and his legs felt less jumpy. Nothing extreme, just steadier. How much and when? Aim for 150-200 milliliters, 1/2 or 3 to 4 cup, unsweetened coconut water, about 60-90 minutes before bed. Sip slowly at room temperature to reduce the chance of a cold stomach alerting effect. If you're prone to nighttime urination, keep this your only late evening drink and shift other fluids earlier in the day. If blood sugar dips wake you, pair coconut water with half a small banana or a few oat crackers. Gentle, slow-release carbs that won't sit heavy. For leg cramps, add a brief calf stretch or a warm foot soak to your ritual. Keep lights low and screens on night mode. Hydration works best alongside calm cues. What early studies suggest, small studies, including work from Thailand, have observed that modest coconut water intake can be part of routines that stabilize nighttime blood pressure and shorten the time it takes to fall asleep over about 2 weeks of consistent practice. It's not a miracle drink. It's one piece of a nightly pattern that signals rest. Safety notes, important. Coconut water contains potassium and some natural sugars. If you have kidney disease, take potassium-sparing diuretics, ACE inhibitors, ARBs, or you're on a potassium-restricted plan. Talk with your clinician before using it regularly. Choose unsweetened versions and measure your portion. More is not better at bedtime. Try this tonight. Set a small glass, 150 to 200 ml of plain coconut water. Lower the lights, breathe out longer than you breathe in, and roll your ankles for 30 seconds each. Then notice, do you feel a notch calmer? Jot a note in the morning. 2 weeks of tiny, steady signals can add up to one very welcome thing. Easier, deeper sleep. If black sesame is the tiny signal, sweet potato is the gentle engine that keeps the night smooth. For many adults over 60, it hits the sweet spot. Magnesium to relax muscles and nerves, soluble fiber to calm digestion, and slow starch to steady blood sugar so drowsiness can flow into real sleep. There's also a chemistry bonus. Slow-release carbs can help tryptophan reach the brain, nudging serotonin, which the body then converts into melatonin when the lights go low. Translation: fewer 2 a.m. jolts, more unbroken, restorative sleep. Mrs. Evelyn Carter, 71, a retired librarian, told me her nights felt like stop-and-go traffic. She'd get sleepy on the couch, crawl into bed, then ping awake an hour later with a tight calf or a sudden rush of alertness. Her dinners were light, salad and soup, and she tried to avoid bread or rice late, worried about weight and blood sugar. With her clinicians okay, we tested a 2-week experiment. Half a medium sweet potato, about the size of her palm, steamed and warm, topped with a teaspoon of ground black sesame and a few slices of avocado, eaten 90 minutes before bed. We dimmed lights after 9 p.m., moved her last coffee to noon, and added 2 slow breathing sets. Exhale longer than inhale. Week 1. The pop-awake episodes shrank, and leg tightness eased. By the end of week 2, Evelyn noticed something she hadn't felt in months. Longer stretches of deep sleep and a softer, calmer body at dawn. Her scale didn't budge, a good sign she wasn't overeating, but her energy in the morning did. Why sweet potato works at night? Magnesium supports muscle relaxation and a steadier heart rhythm. Soluble fiber slows digestion, prevents sharp drops in blood sugar that can trigger adrenaline spikes and wakefulness. Slow starch provides gentle, sustained fuel so the brain doesn't sound the alarm at 2-3 a.m. Serotonin, melatonin pathway. Slow carbs in the right portion and timing can encourage a calmer, sleep-ready brain. What research suggests? UK findings have linked a slow-carb evening snack. Sweet potato fits perfectly, with over 40 extra minutes of deep sleep per night and fewer awakenings tied to blood sugar dips or leg cramps. It's not a knockout pill. It's a subtle nudge that pays off when repeated over days and weeks. Portion and timing, the just enough rule. Aim for 1:2 to 1 small bok or medium sweet potato, about 100-150 gram cooked. 90 minutes before bed. Keep toppings light and supportive. Think 1 TSP black sesame, a few avocado slices, or a dollop of plain Greek yogurt if you tolerate dairy. If you wake to urinate, make this your only late evening food and shift other fluids earlier. Easy, sleep-friendly ways to prepare steam. Quickest and gentlest on digestion. Cube, steam. 8 to 12 minutes until tender. Finish with a pinch of cinnamon and sesame. Roast, wedges at 200 degrees or 400 degrees for 20-25 minutes with a brush of olive oil. Serves well with avocado or a spoon of tahini. Soup, simmer cubes with onion, a sliver of ginger, and low-salt broth. Blend silky. A half bowl, not a giant one, is perfect 90 minutes pre-bed. For leg cramps, sweet potato plus coconut water, 150-200 ml, earlier in the evening, or a brief calf stretch. For blood sugar dips, sweet potato plus black sesame or a few pumpkin seeds. Avoid honey or syrup at night. For a calming ritual, dim lights, put screens on night mode, and add 2 minutes of slow, lengthened exhales after your snack. Sweet potatoes are rich in potassium. If you have kidney disease or take potassium-sparing medications, certain diuretics, ACE inhibitors, ARBs, consult your clinician before regular evening use. If you live with diabetes, test your response. Stick to 1-2 medium portion, avoid sugary toppings, and track your morning numbers. If you have GERD, finish eating at least 90 minutes before lying down, and choose steamed over roasted with oil. Steam 1-2 medium sweet potato, mash with 1 TSP ground black sesame, a pinch of cinnamon, and 2 avocado slices. Sit somewhere dim and quiet, breathe out longer than you breathe in for 1 minute, and savor slowly. Then notice, does your body feel a notch heavier, warmer, safer? Jot a line in the morning. 2 weeks of this small, steady signal can turn stop-and-go nights into smooth, restful hours. If sweet potato is the gentle engine, banana is the friendly starter button. It carries 2 gifts your nighttime brain loves, tryptophan and vitamin B6. B6 helps convert tryptophan into serotonin, and as the lights dim, your body turns serotonin into melatonin, the hormone that syncs your natural sleep rhythm. Add a little potassium and magnesium for calmer muscles and steadier nerves, plus easy-to-digest, slowish carbs that help tryptophan cross into the brain, and you have a bedtime snack that smooths the glide from tired to asleep. Mrs. Asha Sharma, 73, a retired school principal, kept dozing off on the sofa, only to snap awake the moment she lay down. Her legs felt twitchy, and her mind clicked on with to-do lists. With her clinicians okay, we tried a 2-week banana hour. At 9 p.m., she ate 1 small banana about 60 minutes before bed, often mashed into 1 2-cup warm oatmeal with a teaspoon of ground black sesame and a pinch of cinnamon. Lights went low, phone on night mode, and she read 2 pages of a favorite novel. Nothing intense. Week 1. Fewer false starts and less leg twitching. Week 2. She noticed she was falling asleep faster, about 15-20 minutes sooner, and waking less during the first half of the night. No heaviness in her stomach, no sugar rush, just a quiet, steady slide into sleep. Now she keeps this ritual 5 nights a week. What research suggests? In studies reported in clinical nutrition, having 1 banana about an hour before bed has been associated with quicker sleep onset, on average, 17 minutes faster, and more settled sleep. It's not a sedative, it's a consistent nudge that works best as part of a calm evening pattern. Why banana works for many adults over 60 tryptophan plus B6. Supports serotonin and melatonin production for a smoother circadian rhythm. Gentle carbs help tryptophan reach the brain and reduce alarm signals from blood sugar dips. Potassium plus magnesium may ease calf tightness and nighttime cramps. Portion and timing. Choose 1 small banana, about a fist in size. 60 minutes before bed. Sensitive to sugar or managing diabetes? Try 1-2 banana and pair with protein or fiber. A spoon of plain Greek yogurt, almond peanut butter, or a few chia seeds to keep blood sugar steadier. Keep other late evening fluids modest to limit overnight bathroom trips. Easy, sleep-friendly ways to enjoy it. Straight from the peel, simple and gentle. Mashed into warm oatmeal, 1 cup, plus cinnamon and a teaspoon of black sesame for extra magnesium. Sliced into warm milk, dairy or unsweetened almond, for a calming, cozy cup. Soft blend. Half a banana with a small splash of warm milk, not icy cold if chewing is difficult. For leg cramps, banana plus. A quick calf and ankle stretch before bed. For blood sugar steadiness, add yogurt or nut butter. Skip honey or syrups at night. For mind calm, dim lights. Exhale longer than you inhale for 1 minute after your snack. Bananas contain potassium. If you have kidney disease or take potassium-sparing medications, some diuretics, ACE inhibitors, or ARBs, check with your clinician before nightly use. If you experience GERD, finish eating at least 60-90 minutes before lying down and keep portions small. Monitor your response if you manage diabetes. Most people do well with a small banana paired with protein fiber. Try this tonight. Mash 1-2-1 small banana into warm oatmeal with 1 TSP black sesame and a dusting of cinnamon. Sit somewhere dim, read 2 calm pages, and breathe out slowly. Notice how your body softens. Do it consistently for 2 weeks and watch a simple peel and sleep ritual add up to deeper, quieter nights. If banana is the friendly starter button and sweet potato the steady nighttime engine, avocado is the quiet conductor, setting a calm, even tempo for your evening. Inside this soft green fruit is a superfood bundle your nerves love at night. Magnesium, muscle and nerve relaxation. B vitamins, cofactors for neurotransmitters. Monounsaturated fats, steady energy and hormone support. And the eye-brain carotenoids, lutein and zeaxanthin, linked with healthier brain function. For adults over 60, that combination can soften jittery signals, steady your internal clock, and make it easier to glide from drowsy to deeply asleep. Why avocado makes sense before bed. Magnesium helps quiet overactive nerves and relax tight muscles. Useful if your legs feel jumpy or your mind won't settle. B vitamins, especially B5 and folate, support neurotransmitter pathways involved in mood and relaxation. Monounsaturated fats slow digestion just enough to prevent the late-night blood sugar dips that can jolt you awake at 2-3 a.m. They also support hormone balance that underpins a regular sleep-wake rhythm. Lutein and zeaxanthin are carotenoids that accumulate in neural tissue. Research from the University of Illinois has associated regular avocado intake with better markers of brain function and efficiency in older adults. Think smoother, more organized, signaling in areas tied to attention and calm focus. That doesn't make avocado a sedative, but it's a promising nudge toward the relaxed mental state that precedes natural sleep. A real-life story. Mr. Daniel Ortiz, 70, a retired postal supervisor, described his nights as edgy. He'd feel sleepy after the evening news, then climb into bed and click, his brain would replay the day. His legs sometimes tightened, and he'd wake around 1:30 a.m. feeling oddly alert. Dinners were light to avoid reflux, which left him vulnerable to blood sugar dips later. With his clinicians okay, we tried a 2-week green wind down, 1-2 a medium avocado mashed on whole grain toast, sprinkled with a teaspoon of ground black sesame and a squeeze of lemon, eaten about 90 minutes before bed. We dimmed the lights at 9 p.m., set the phone to night mode, and added 2 minutes of slow breathing. Long exhale. Week 1. Daniel noticed fewer snap-awake episodes and less calf tightness. Week 2. He was falling asleep faster, with one noticeably longer stretch of deep, quiet sleep before dawn. No heaviness, no sugar spikes, just a steady, comfortable coast into sleep. He now keeps this ritual 4 to 5 nights a week. Steadier energy curve. The healthy fats in avocado slow the release of sugars from whatever you pair it with. Oatmeal, toast, or a few whole grain crackers, so your brain isn't triggered by a sudden fuel dip in the middle of the night. Nerve-soothing minerals, magnesium partners with potassium, also present in avocado, to relax muscles and help the nervous system downshift. That combination is why many people report fewer nighttime cramps or twitchy legs. Brain comfort signals. B vitamins help your body build and balance calming brain messengers. Lutein and zeaxanthin may support more efficient neural activity, useful for the relaxed focus that makes reading a page in low light feel soothing instead of stimulating. Bottom line, avocado doesn't knock you out. It removes friction so your natural sleep switch can do its job. How to use avocado in a sleep-friendly way. Portion and timing, just enough is key. Aim for 1 to a medium avocado, about 70-80 gram flesh. 60-90 minutes before bed. If you experience reflux, finish closer to the 90-minute mark and keep portions modest. Sensitive tummy. Start with 1/4 avocado and build up. Easy, gentle preparations. On whole grain toast, mash 1-2 avocado with a squeeze of lemon and a pinch of sea salt. Optional, 1 tsp ground black sesame for extra magnesium. Cozy smoothie. Blend 1/2 avocado with unsweetened almond milk, a tiny piece of banana for sweetness, and cinnamon. Keep the portion small, about 150-200 ml/ml, so it's calming, not heavy. Simple bowl. Spoon 1-2 avocado with a few drops of lemon and a pinch of salt and pepper. Pair with steamed sweet potato cubes if blood sugar dips tend to wake you. Soup topper. Add diced avocado to a warm, low-salt vegetable soup eaten earlier in the evening. Savor the last few spoonfuls about 90 minutes before bed. For leg cramps, avocado plus black sesame or a few pumpkin seeds, magnesium. For blood sugar steadiness, avocado plus sweet potato or 1-2 cup oatmeal. Avoid honey, syrups at night. For mind calm, avocado snack. 2 minutes of extended exhale. Breathing, inhale 4, exhale 6-8. Plus dim lights. Build a simple ritual, 5 to 10 minutes. Prepare your avocado snack mindfully. Sit rather than eat while standing. Lower the lights and reduce screen brightness. Do 2 gentle calf stretches or roll your ankles 20 seconds each. Breathe slowly, longer out than in. Read 2 calm pages or listen to soft music. These small cues work together. Avocado provides the nutritional signal. Your routine provides the behavioral signal. Studies led by teams at the University of Illinois have observed that older adults who include avocado regularly show higher blood lutein and improvements on certain cognitive tasks, with imaging and physiological data suggesting more efficient brain activity. While these studies weren't designed as sleep trials, better neural efficiency and calm attention can support the relaxed, unhurried mental state that precedes sleep. Consider avocado a supporting actor. It doesn't replace good sleep habits, but it can help them take. Potassium caution. Avocado is naturally high in potassium. If you have kidney disease or take potassium-sparing diuretics, ACE inhibitors, RRBs, or follow a potassium-restricted plan, speak with your clinician before making avocado a nightly habit. Calories and portion. Avocado is nutrient-dense and calorie-dense. Stick to 1-2 medium in the evening. More isn't better for sleep and may feel heavy. Reflux. GERD. Finish eating 60-90 minutes before lying down. Keep seasonings mild. Skip large, spicy, or acidic add-ons at night. Allergy note. Rarely, people with latex fruit syndrome react to avocado. If you've had latex or certain fruit allergies, proceed cautiously and discuss with your clinician. Blood thinners. Avocado contains a modest amount of vitamin K. If you use warfarin, aim for consistent intake and coordinate with your care team. Buying, ripening, storing. Choose avocados that yield slightly to gentle pressure at the top. To ripen faster, place in a paper bag with a banana for a day or two. To save half, leave the pit in, brush the surface with lemon juice, cover tightly, and refrigerate. Use within 24 hours to keep flavor fresh. A 2-week green glide experiment. Nightly, 4 to 6 nights week, for 14 days, 90 minutes before bed. Mash 1-2 avocado on whole grain toast with lemon, a pinch of sea salt, and 1 TSP ground black sesame. Optional. Dim lights, set phone to night mode, and do 1-2 minutes of slow breathing. Exhale longer. Keep caffeine before noon and shift large fluids to late afternoon so your nighttime sip is minimal. In the morning, jot a quick note. Time to fall asleep. Number of awakenings, any cramps or mind racing. What to watch for? A smoother drop into sleep. Less tossing in the first hour. Fewer 2-3 a.m. awakenings tied to hunger, cramps, or jittery heartbeats. A sense of calmer legs and a quieter mind as you settle. Remember, improvements often come from consistent, gentle signals, not dramatic changes. Avocado's role is to make those signals clearer, feeding your nervous system, steadying your energy curve, and whispering to your brain, you can let go now. Try it tonight. Half an avocado, a squeeze of lemon, maybe a dusting of sesame. Sit somewhere dim, chew slowly, breathe out longer than you breathe in. Notice how your shoulders lower, your jaw unclenches, and your thoughts soften at the edges. Do it again tomorrow. In 2 weeks, you may find your nights feel less like a fight and more like a glide. Quiet, cozy, and yours. If your nights have felt like a hallway of half-open doors, here's the key. Small, repeatable signals that tell your body you're safe. You can rest. You don't need a perfect routine or a pharmacy of solutions. Just a gentle, magnesium-friendly plate and a calm wind-down you can do most evenings.